Okay, this is the next segment of
On to the next
Forever
one.
Group's podcast. So I think in this episode, I think it'd be important to talk about establishing professional relationships with people you already have a non-professional relationship with. I know it's kind of hard to like go from being somebody's friend and being somebody's like son's friend to okay, I'm employing you now. So you need to treat this relationship different. It's not so nonchalant. This is a professional business relationship. So, Ryan, what would you say you do, or how do you try to keep it as professional as possible between either athletes or parents?
Yeah, that's like definitely huge. One of the biggest things what I'd say is, like for me on my Instagram, I try not to post anything political, anything that just
Controversial.
anything that's like controversial, just because like that's not what I need to waste my energy with. It's like if that's if someone like sees, oh, okay, this is what they do,
Yeah.
and I don't want to work with them, like that's just not worth
Just
it.
off
So
like a political view.
yeah, exactly. So I try not to share that. I that's just not me.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say is always just having the same connection, not trying to like, switch things up or trying to, oh, we've been working together for a while. Like I don't need to be as professional. That's definitely not how it is because I don't know. I'd say just always. So like when I was with a real estate group, I was with them, I don't know, for like a month maybe, and the first time I dressed fairly nice and I was like, just trying to be very professional, and they like that's why like I kind of sold them on that. So then I was like, okay, am I allowed to be more like laid back and casual?
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't need to risk me trying to be more comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm not trying to lose a job opportunity just because like I'm trying to be more comfortable. So I definitely say just always keeping it professional and knowing that you're at the end of the day you got a job to do versus like we're friends. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was okay. I saw this thing and it was like, if you're shooting for your friend, like they should pay even more because like they value
They want to support.
they know you,
Yeah, yeah.
support you. Like,
Like-
why should a stranger pay you more
I'm trying to
Mhm.
undercut
than someone?
it.
Exactly. So it's like you need to establish that if it's like for a friend situation.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think there's also a healthy professional relationship, but also casual at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Personally, I'm not really a professional type of guy, but yes,
Yeah.
obviously with like videos.
It needs to be
clients.
different than a friendship. A
Yeah,
business
exactly.
relationship needs to be different than a friendship.
And most of my clients are like older
Yeah.
people, like 30 and up. So it's like it's a different relationship, but it's still casual, laid back, just because that's like who I am. So I think if you keep it authentic to who you are, but still professional, that's like the best way to do
The
it.
good thing about working for yourself is you can have your brand however you want it to.
Yeah.
If you want to keep it super, super professional, you can. If you don't, you don't.
Okay.
I think it's always important to keep a semi-professional relationship with anybody you work with. I think that when kids come up to me at school and start talking to me about a sporting event, they need to understand, one, no, it's not going to be free, and two, when you talk to me about me wanting to work for you, because that's what I'll be doing, I'll be working for you, try to keep it as professional as possible. We're not going to be, probably hanging out after the game,
Yeah.
just doing all this stuff, Once we work together, and I'd love to work with you again, but unless we're like super good friends before, we're probably not going to be
Yeah.
forming that friendship anymore because now I view you more as a client
Yeah.
than as a potential friendship.
And like I think with us being kids, like a lot of people say is like, yo, they love doing videos. Like I'm gonna ask them to come like do this and film it. And it's like I'm totally down for that, but it's like I'm not gonna become your friend, like be a fake friend and have like me film it and waste my time just because that's what I do is video stuff. It's like
Yeah.
the reason I do video stuff is because I enjoy it, but after doing it for a while, you understand that you're worth something. So I
Exactly.
think just understanding that relationship is pretty important. And I think my reputation has gotten a lot better, and a lot of people will more ask me rather than say like, hey, come film this, because it's like I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna like immediately like, oh no, like this is what I do. But it's like
Exactly.
it feels a lot better when someone says, hey, this is my idea, this is what I want to do. What are your thoughts on it? Versus, hey, since you're a video guy, you should come film this. I'm like, that's not necessarily how it works. Like,
Yeah, the way you definitely approach me with your idea is either how I'm gonna like think of you. If you come up, if like Ryan was saying, I'll elaborate a little more on that. If you come up to me, yo, you make videos, right? You should come out. You should come film my team. I'll be like, okay, yeah, maybe think about it. But if you're like, hey, like me and my team would like love to hire you to work with you.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, like sure, let's talk more about it. Let's get in more discussion. So I think it's all about how you like approach us too. Because if you just want to approach me like my work is worth nothing, then I don't
Yeah.
even want to work with you.
I'd say that's the most important. It's just so like obviously we do a lot of our stuff through Instagram, and so it's a tough thing because it's really
Instagram
you
sucks.
have to. It's there's like a really fine line between either people like it or not, and so you just have to understand what people like and what people are gonna watch and interact with, and so you have to, when you're editing or when you're making. No, actually, that's the biggest thing was when you even have an idea of what to do. Like you gotta think at the angle of like, okay, do people want this or is that like something that people are gonna be like, okay, that's
Enjoy.
cool, yeah. Or like I think the biggest thing I look at it is like, will that be a talk? Like, will people talk about that video? And it's like, if I'm gonna post it out and like put a lot of my time into it, like, and I see it not going anywhere, like, I'm not gonna do it. So I think putting like this idea before you even do anything of, okay, what's the end goal of this video gonna be, is like super important, and like I think that helps a lot too. Just like this creative video, like the style of the video.
Yeah. So with growth of a page, I can't really speak much on this just because I wasn't really into Instagram when it was really booming, but I think Ryan can. Your main account
Voice of Resale, too.
really
Oh
popped
yeah.
off.
So yeah, well, I've had my main account for a while, but Voice of Resale blew up like crazy. I think
I remember
got,
you like
yeah.
just shot up.
I think in less than a year I grew 3,200 like solid followers. Like, and I think I was getting like 2,000 story views just because there's no textbook necessarily to it. There's just Instagram. If you get interactions, Instagram likes you, and they make sure that they'll promote your page to people that
Have the same
Yeah,
interests.
exactly. So if I think I posted like 10 times a day on my story, and I was getting, I'd say like my profile visits were like 5,000 to 6,000 profile visits a week, and so Instagram puts my username out there to places that will get followers, and it's also, I was selling shoes, so every kid likes shoes and they want to be just see what's going on. So like I just get a follow. Obviously, not that many people are buying, not 3,200 people are buying the shoes, but they just want to be a part of
culture.
like Voice of Resale, the culture. So I understood that, and I was doing giveaways and just always interacting with people, and that way like it kept it active versus like obviously now I haven't sold shoes in over a year.
Yeah.
So it's like if I were to like try to like run some sort of promotion or run some like sort of shoe deal, it's like this kid's been dead for a year now. Like I don't know if anyone's really gonna pay attention to what I'm doing. So yeah, just keeping it like very authentic, I think is a good way to just grow.
I don't even really see anything about reselling anymore, like shoes.
Not really.
Yeah.
Like it's
it was-
all like if you need like a brick here,
StockX.
you're like, yeah, StockX, or it's like
They killed the market.
I'm just gonna yell at Kicks and Bricks, be
Yeah.
like, yo, can you order this in for me?
Yeah. But also like when people think like I'm some like shoe guru that like can grab any shoe out of the sky, like they're like, yo, where should I get this shoe? Like just go to StockX.
Go.
Like I'm no like
Look it up.
I'm no shoe guru that like can literally go out of my way to get a shoe for you when you can go to StockX. So it's like
railed, bro. You can't find Revenges on you can't find like
Dude, they took 'em
a
off.
few
There's a
shoes
reason.
on StockX. Yeah.
But I think one powerful thing that I learned like just yesterday, this isn't the exact name, but it was something revolving around a wheel. And basically the central ideas were
I saw this. Yeah.
you have an Instagram, you have a TikTok, you have a YouTube, you have a Twitter. Your Instagram takes off. You promote your Twitter. Your Twitter starts getting more followers. You promote your TikTok. Your TikTok starts getting more followers. You promote your YouTube. It gets hard. It's very hard to make that start spinning and to make your followers and more people start following all of them. But once it gets rolling,
It's going.
it gets going faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, it's like compounding.
And pretty soon you can like cross promote yourself on any single platform, and it'll all keep growing and all revolving around that.
So like,
That's my
It's
problem
so
right
hard
now.
these days.
Yeah,
It's hard to get it going, but if you can get it going, I've had a little success just because of my TikTok with my followers coming to Instagram.
Yeah.
There's not a huge turnover, but there's definitely a turnover. Like my
Definitely.
film account is probably less than, I'd say, actually today might be the 2-month date of when I started it, and it's at 1,431 followers.
Yeah.
Most of those were from TikTok.
Yeah.
Most of them were from TikTok. I had like 800 followers before I started blowing up on TikTok, and then it just kept pushing them. Then my
Yeah.
main account gets followers, and everything just starts revolving around followers
Yeah.
and people
so
liking your
that's,
stuff.
yeah, so that's why the example he was talking about, it was with Charlie,
Charlie,
right?
yep.
And so like that's why Charlie literally can do anything, bro. She has a drink, she literally
She could capitalize on anything.
capitalize on literally anything she wants. So I think that's like where like the
She
end
can put her
goal.
name on these fucking
Yeah,
adapters.
literally, you put her name on any sort of girl product, and it will be the #1 seller. And so
Yeah.
like that's where like it was like something wheel. And so like if you build up like that much,
You just get that
obviously,
momentum
yeah.
going.
Yo, that's how full send is though. Like,
100%.
Like,
That's how full send is.
what 16-year-old kid is just gonna buy a normal cigarette pack?
Yeah.
Or like a cigarette holder?
Yeah.
Nobody. But if it has full send on it, they're like, oh shit, this is a collectible. I'm
Like
taking this.
how many keychain like shotgun tools have you seen that aren't full send? Like, I don't think
Oh,
I've ever seen.
I haven't
a
seen
non-full.
one.
Everyone has a full send one. Like I'm sure you could go get those things for like $1.
Have
Yeah.
Have you seen a boot yet? Steve's boot. Have you seen
The
one yet?
chug- the-
Yeah. Have you seen
The
one
glass
yet?
boot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at a party.
Dude, there's this one at this Boise party. I was like, that's a boot, right? That's a boot.
Yeah.
Full send on the bottom. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
it-
Steve's boot.
Yeah, it will sell. Like anything full send will sell, and
Yeah,
they're
that goes back to
capitalizing on
brand
that
value.
huge.
That
Now
brand
they,
value and
Skateboard
loyalty.
decks too.
bro, yeah. Now
That's
they
a
have like
big-
winter
that's a
jackets.
big
They have like
one, yeah.
ski jackets
Oh,
and like
They're
I'm
just
definitely
expanding.
gonna have to
Yeah.
drop a little bit on that.
yeah, that drops pretty sick.
It's
Yeah.
so gnarly.
But that all comes back to brand value.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're a music video producer, you don't want to work with your local SoundCloud rappers if you are trying to build a good career. Don't get me wrong.
Unless they're heat like Jack Sweezy.
Exactly.
Sweet.
You have to start somewhere, and you have to take jobs that you don't want to take sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you have the option, you don't want to be taking a lot of like no matter what they pay you, you don't really want to be taking some of the lower end rappers or just like that's just like an example because people will eventually look at you as a music video producer for these lower end rappers and they're not going to treat you like a
Yeah.
highly like professional like you probably are.
So yeah, I think that going back on that, it's like basically just understanding everything you do is gonna determine your brand value. So you just got to be careful, more of what you promote your brand as versus just what you do. But in a brand like this, it's very heavily based on your personal
personality.
brand, and yeah, exactly. So like, yeah, that's why I like not to put politics and things and all that stuff, just because I'm not trying to ruin my brand value over what people think of politics stuff, and it's just like I'm not a political news page. I don't need to be posting information like that.
Exactly, yeah. Because, I mean, in a perfect world, everyone respects everyone's political
Yeah.
views, but this is not a perfect world.
Far from
No,
it.
it's
You,
2020.
you see someone supporting Biden or Trump, you have an opinion on them from what the media has pushed on you, and if, say there's a super conservative dad, and he knew one of us was liberal, he's automatically, like, not going to want to probably work with us.
Yeah.
Unless, he's grown up and
That's how it is,
figures it
though.
out,
And you just have to kind of accept that.
Yeah.
You just like put that past you, like that's
Yeah.
not what we're here.
Yeah,
for.
exactly. Like we're not.
Think
gonna
about how you see it.
debate.
Like, you're scrolling, you see a chick's story. She's like, "Fuck Trump. He's a bitch."
Yeah.
I'm like, even with Biden, like, fuck Biden. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just
I don't
trying
care-
to.
yeah, I don't care enough
I'm just
to-
trying to watch scooter videos.
Yeah. Well, it's like.
Trying to
Yeah,
see some
I understand like
deals.
why
Yeah.
people care about politics, but when you're 16, please stop. Like,
You're a high
I don't-
schooler.
yeah.
You don't have to worry about that for another 2
Yeah.
to 4 years.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not necessarily about worrying about it because like I feel like if you're a 16-year-old girl,
Oh,
you're an
yeah.
attractive girl with a few million Instagram followers.
oh yeah, if you,
And
no,
you
if you
have-
if
I'm
you're-
talking about Boise, Idaho girls.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
some
I think it's-
200 with 40 likes on their picture Instagram reels.
yeah, like they can post whatever they want.
I just
It
don't like
does
when
get
it's toxic.
annoying.
I don't like.
It does get annoying.
That's
I
where
will
you
say.
lose followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe like putting out like what you want, but when it becomes toxic, that's just where it's
Yeah.
like
as a brand, you should either
exactly.
be, like,
You
not
should-
like you shouldn't
No.
show anything, or
Yeah.
it's either you're strong on one side or
Yeah.
the other, because
But
then
then-
you're gonna attract that.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But with what we're
whatever.
doing, we don't need that.
Well,
No, it's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll post. Okay, so I like got a lot of shit for when I reposted that picture of Steve. You know.
Oh, yeah.
So I got
I
so
did
much
post
shit for
that.
that, and I didn't say anything political. I just posted it on my
Yeah.
story,
Yeah.
and people sent back. They're like, "Are you serious? You support Trump? You're an asshole." I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, I just posted something."
Regardless of if you support Trump, that was so cool.
Yes.
so
It was so cool.
sick.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
And
They went on Air Force One.
yeah.
If
that's
it was
pretty gnarly.
even if it was Biden, they went on stage. I would have been like, I would
would've
have
reposted- yeah.
Okay,
I would
it's
have
still
reposted the
sick.
shit out
It's
of
an
that.
old white guy, like stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so how'd this start off? Oh, just Instagram, like
Growing our brand.
Yeah, growing our
brand
brand.
value.
For me, I've done videos for a while, but I didn't really care too much until like last year when I switched over to making Instagram videos. And I remember my first Instagram video where I learned how to crop it or whatever to like Instagram format.
Yeah.
And it was, I think it blew up because it was so new. Like, it was the first time I've done, like, the people that watch my videos go onto YouTube. Like, they know I make videos or whatever, and then, like, the people that actually watch them go onto YouTube.
Yeah.
So when I put that on Instagram, it was a whole new, like, storyboard, basically. And I think it got, like, 5,000 views, which was really good at the time. So, like, I think that was definitely, like, my turning point of, okay, this is what I want to do with videos.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the first video is, I guess the video that got like, what was it, that blew up, or that just like got like whatever like you thought was a lot of views or something. I guess was the
Yeah.
first video that I ever made for the Eagle football team. Whether people were just watching because it was my first video, or whether people were watching because they liked football, it didn't really matter. It got like 3,000 views and it got like 600 likes, and I never had that type of content engagement on my page, and I was like, wow, like this is kind of huge. And that's just kind of what like started like me wanting to make videos. But I'd say recently the one video that like really sparked it off was one of the first TikToks I posted of Cannon versus Centennial. Like the guy was talking, was talking mess all game, and then Cannon caught a touchdown and turned around and made a peace sign at him. I had House of Highlights, Sports Center, all these guys were in my DMs. Like I went to bed and had like 1,000 views, and I woke up at like 800,000 views, and I was like, holy shit! Like
Yeah,
this is insane on how fast social media can blow you up or tear you down. It is insane.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just like my recent like successes just from there. But, like,
Yeah, like since I do more, like my videos are more for like business. I want to be making more videos like, you know, like kind of you guys.
yeah.
But then there's some point where like the money is just
Yeah.
there,
When
so
you're
it's
getting
like you
paid
can't.
so much, yeah.
But the videos that kind of took off were my real estate ones, honestly, because
Yeah, I remember. That's kind of almost what made me want to do real estate. Like, I
Yeah.
saw like the energy that you had with the real estate. I was
I
like,
put my twist
Yeah,
on
I like that,
a
yeah.
modern feel.
Mhm.
There's these two real estate agents in Seattle, the Bautista twins, and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have a videographer. Do you know them?
I've seen their Instagram.
Yes,
yeah.
they have like their videographers. Like, they really inspired me to do the real estate because those videos are so sick.
Yeah.
And so I would go through, do the houses. I was doing like a house like every 2 weeks, which is pretty good, like consistently for like a couple months, and then, yeah, I don't know, just kind of just dwindled off because I wasn't like the beginning where I was really going at it, but I just enjoyed it because it was something cool. Like, houses are dope, like dope houses are
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
So
Yeah, it's
I
a
would
cool
take those
experience.
cool houses and just put like a cool beat on there.
That's what I like about your videos, like your real estate videos. It's like
They're so smooth.
they're
like,
so nice. Like it just makes me want to go out, drop $3 million on a brand new house, and be
Yeah.
like make a video of it. Just
Yeah,
for
That's
fun.
exactly
Yeah,
what people want from those.
Yeah.
videos.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like I
You're
think
like, that makes me want to buy a house. I'm like,
Yeah, I
perfect.
think one thing with your videos, it's like they're super simple and clean, but they have like this kick to it that like is like styling.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not like there's no flashing or
Yeah.
anything crazy. It's just a nice like modern kick
Yeah.
to it that a
And
lot
it
of
can
people
appeal
like.
to like the older generation
Yeah,
too.
and us too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Those gimbal shots too. You've got finesse with that.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
give
the
another
right
person a
forward is nice
gimbal.
and cool.
oh,
Yeah,
trying to-
after a long shoot, bro.
I'm trying to get the R2.
The R2.
But remember when we were trying to get that one shot in the gym with Ali,
Yes.
and so basically it was a circle, and then
Turned out
Riley and I
awful.
were in charge of the gimbal. But in order for us to all be in this shot,
We had to
Riley
hand
and
it
I had to
off.
switch like he would be on the gimbal, he gives the gimbal to me,
Run and go get it.
and he gets in the shot.
I'd run and get
And so we're trying to do this, but Ali can't catch the basketball, right?
Ali, if you're listening.
You just sent me that.
In the
The
bathroom.
D's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Scan still there.
Okay. And so it's like
JC's
that's when I was like, oh, Riley's nice with the gimbal because we're like trying to we're like handing it off like in the shot, like a live
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Had to throw a transition in there just because it wasn't as
Yeah.
smooth as we wanted, but it was first.
Like, all right, Allie, you're gonna catch the basketball, you're gonna throw the basketball. We're over here trying to do it all too.
Yeah.
And like get the shot right. And all Allie had was one job.
Because it was like,
She couldn't catch it?
no,
it was like Allie, someone else, and then, well, no, it was like, I think we started with you.
Yeah,
it was
and then
Ryan.
just on that.
And then like, right when we got to this part of the circle, Ryan took it and I like backed up.
Yeah.
And lifted the basketball and then I like pushed it in, but.
And then once Allie learned how to catch it, she couldn't throw it, and we're like, Allie, the
And it like it wasn't in sync.
yeah.
She would like throw it too fast or too slow.
Yeah.
That's just one of those things where you need a designated filmer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old Bearcast days.
Yeah.
I
Those were good days.
like I think having a class like that, it was really like for me like super big because not only was it just a lot of time for me to like get stuff done, it was like a creative like environment, like having you, Tony, Mitchell.
And it was almost like a break from our normal.
Yeah, it was like cool, like, and it was first period, so like going in there, I was like, this is my like Media X was like my job basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We barely did like the Bearcast,
Yeah.
like
Wait,
you know
we
what
did it in
Tony?
like 15 minutes.
What
Yeah.
Tony was in that?
Huh?
What, Tony?
Yeah.
Tony O
Also-
Productions, you don't know?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking because
Tony actually has some sick videos.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, you came out of there, Riley came out of there,
Yeah.
Tony, didn't Jake too?
Pashone created
Yeah,
came out of
Yeah.
it.
Pashone, yeah, I was like,
Now he's in college.
you guys are all coming out with like
Bro,
some pretty gnarly
Yeah, if
content.
you think about it, and I would say it, like, Jake literally learned how to edit in that class.
in that class.
I used to
And
edit for him.
He bought your camera.
Yeah.
Right?
No, Mitchell did.
Oh,
Mitchell
Mitchell.
bought my A7S.
Where did Jake get his? Did you just order?
He like got it on Facebook. I think.
Oh, gotcha. Mitchell bought yours.
But
Yeah, good one, your
it was like that class was like I think so. This topic should be is the environment that you're in and like that creative. We're in a super creative environment, which allowed us to just be so productive, and I don't know. It was enjoyable. Like I enjoyed going into the studio and just
Working.
talking, working, getting these
like,
ideas.
Just chilling.
Like it was crazy seeing Jake like literally go from me having to edit for him
We watched that.
to
like,
him literally like telling us all these new things that he's doing. I'm like,
and editing some live videos.
yeah, he started to edit for you. That's cool.
I wish I would have got into that. I took Video Tech 1 my junior year. I think it was last year. Yeah, I took Video Tech 1 my junior year. And even then, like, I just started off, like, filming football stuff. And, like, it was a fun class. I mean, I got Premiere for free. I think that was the huge thing. But it was fun just going into that class and just getting to be creative.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's always nice having a section like that, or just anywhere, somewhere in your life where you can go, sit down, and this is the place I work. This is the place
Yeah.
I need to be creative.
Yeah.
School like kills your creativity.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, I gotta
You're
go
at,
in there.
you're at school and you're like,
Crazy.
School doesn't teach you to be
I have to
creative.
get all this done, and then when I get home, like some kids have to work or some kids have to do
Yeah.
homework. By then it's gonna be like 10 at night, and you're exhausted. Like,
That's why like
there's no time for
so our
creativity.
studio was like all dark with these like super sick LED lights everywhere and like
Yeah, that's-
You made it like a
platform-
friendly.
yeah
creative
platforms,
space.
all glass windows. It was like super sick. So like I think that was honestly one of the bigger things because if it was just a classroom, like walking in from the classroom to the studio,
Yeah, it
that's kind of like when you know like okay, set the computer down and you just work and like get things
Yeah.
done.
We just have a desk that we set up in random places.
It was a desk for us, too.
I'm slowly, cause I'm like homeschooled next semester,
Uh-huh.
cause I'm
School's
not. Yeah,
stupid right
no, it's
now.
not even
It's a
school.
joke.
It's just
It's a
centennial,
joke.
bro.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like, hopefully use a homie's Addy transfer.
Dude, good luck. The amount of kids that try to get in
You're
here.
right.
Yeah.
But like my academic stuff isn't bad either.
Yeah.
So like I hope they look at that and take that into consideration too. Like at least this kid's not just wasting time here.
It's hard to film for Centennial too. Like you guys don't
Oh,
win.
we don't win shit. That's why I'm filming cars now, so I can get a foot in the door to where it's like, okay, so obviously we're not doing sports, but I still have something to lean back on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like,
that's probably what's gonna happen
I
too.
can't imagine
Like,
you trying to make a video for Centennial football this year.
no, yeah. I'm sorry to anybody that's listening
I'm
from
not.
Centennial,
You guys are salty as hell.
but I'm sorry. It's not the move at all. Like I've considered like talking to Mountain View people and
you
like,
guys,
yo, hook me up.
Centennial, if you're listening, you should thank me. I got you like 4 million social media views.
Yeah.
Of them getting dusted.
Yeah, I got shit on.
Regardless, you still got.
Do you know if
social
Mountain View
media
has like
views.
someone that films there?
Jeremy,
It's
yeah.
a video.
Is he
It's
crazy?
not like
He's
stuff
an-
like us.
he's
Is
an
he
OG.
crazy now? Like, is he nice?
He,
Or could I like?
Good video.
Could I like?
he's got the connect.
Scoop
He's
my
got a
way in.
loyalty.
He's in that door.
He's got a loyalty with Mountain View that you have not reached.
When I tried to film for Mountain View this year, when Eagle wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
And all the players wanted me to, but the coach was like, "Sorry, we got a video guy." And I was like, "What's the problem with having two then?" I guess COVID was the problem. With
Yeah,
having two.
COVID's kind of fun.
But yeah, I mean, he does a nice job. It's not really the same work we do.
Dude, the intro's like 8 minutes long.
Just what, like drone shots?
A lot of drone shots. I mean, they're cool videos and all.
Like yeah, I respect drone shots, but it's like you're not getting to what everybody wants to see. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to see bird's eye view of the field for 5 minutes.
That's-
Maybe like 10 seconds or like 5 seconds.
Yeah, even 10.
Bro,
Yeah.
drone shots, you gotta be quick.
Yeah. Once I get out of high school, I was thinking about travel videos too.
Traveling?
Yeah, like
I'm
travel
doing a lot- I'm
agencies.
doing a lot of that this summer.
Yeah.
You can make that's a fat lick too,
Yeah.
because all these like travel agencies, you put out content for them and it's good. People see it and they're like, "Yo, I wanna make reservations with these people so I can go out with them." And then you're
Right now it's a
making
little
bank.
tough though.
Yeah.
Like this next summer, I'm going to Africa. Me and Ryan are trying to plan a trip to either like Cabo, Mexico, or like Bali and
Oh,
Thailand.
Bali. Oh.
I think that'd be like
Thailand's
so cool.
nice.
Like I think the dream would be to get paid to go around travel and make videos.
That's what I want to
For
do.
sure.
Like
Everyone
I want,
knows that.
I don't know how I'm gonna execute it, but I want to be noticed by Red Bull or Oakley.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I just travel with everybody. It's the skydiving team.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right, we'll carry this on in the next episode.
See ya.